Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of AlumTalk series, where our esteemed alumni share their experiences with our team members. For today's episode, we have with us Mr. Anand Panchal from the class of 2012 and Alumni Committee member Bhuvan Shah. Mr. Panchal is currently working as an SAP FICO consultant and has been in the industry for over 11 years. Let's have a look at it.
Back to college, sir. How does it feel to be back after 11 years on campus?
It's a nostalgic feeling for me, coming back to the campus where I've spent 2 years. So it's a nostalgic feeling, and it's like homecoming for me. But speaking in the same class where our classes used to be conducted, we used to do presentations and all. So it was a very nostalgic feeling.
So, how have things changed from back then?
A lot of change because we were the first batch. Obviously, from the campus, the look and feel, the students, the number of students, the attitude of the students has changed, but the faculty is same, and the faculty probably the way faculty conducts themselves with the students, it's same.
So, do you have any suggestions which the students can take? Any changes?
I would say that we're blessed to be in this campus. A lot of things happen, and we're blessed with the faculty, which is very cooperative, considerate. At least when we were there, we experienced that. So you just need to voice out what all things you have to do, come up with the numbers, you plan, and they will consider it. So that's first thing, and the second thing is the campus is having a lot of activities. So it's more to do with the personality change. We're blessed with having 3 more colleges, so a lot of
Networking we
networking we can do. Obviously, there's a lot of competition, so it brings the best out of you.
At the SIU level as well.
Yes, at the SIU level. So when we were there, we used to get engaged in a lot of activities. I would urge all the junior folks as well to make the most of it. There are times wherein we don't know whether we are good or bad at a particular activity, but that activity has a competition over here. So you push yourself. So MBA residential course is more to do with a lot of personality changes as well, along with the So a lot of things which probably we may have not visualized that we might do it, we end up doing, and we might better doing it. So there would be certain things. So every person has to push themselves and at least be participative in all of these activities.
True. What is one memory from back in the day which you cherish today as well?
Oh, there would be quite a lot of memories.
One most memorable one, which brings a laughter on your face every time, or when you sit with your family and friends, you bring it up.
Yeah, so I was a part of cultural team. So there would I would say, obviously, the time spent with friends is something that I cherish and brings laughter. But one moment to pinpoint is like we had one last performance or program, sort of a farewell activity, right?
What was it called back then?
I mean, it was I forgot the name, but it was farewell something. Right. So we planned to have a bigger event wherein we would invite other colleges also to participate, be it their band or singing or dance, and we wanted to have it in auditorium. But it so happened that the auditorium was occupied for some SIU activity.
Okay.
So it was not available. So then it was like we were all disheartened, right? This is not going to happen, and we wanted to do this. This was our last event in the campus. So we went to our director then, Bhama ma'am, Dr. Bhama ma'am. So she and Trupti ma'am, and she both of them were like, and we had Datar ma'am as well, who was very supportive. So they said that okay, if you have a plan B, come up with those. We'll see whether we can consider or not. So we went around the campuses. Then we found out okay, amphitheater is something that is we can do something. So we met with the mandapala. We tried to estimate, and we gave that estimate as well. That estimate was overshooting, but the faculty was so cooperative, and they were considering that okay, this is the last event that you want to do. We don't want to disappoint you. So they funded that. Wow. And we had a one of a kind amphitheater It was more like how we have a setup on Ghazal,
Right.
all the
Right.
mattresses and all.
We have a lot of pictures from that event, I think.
Yes. So that was one of the, and all three colleges also participated in that. So we had our activities, but 2, 3 activities or programs were done by them as well, and we had invited them as well. So it was a bigger event on larger scale. So that is one memory which I obviously would cherish throughout my life.
You would be really happy to know that the COSI today as well, the curricular team is having its winter rendezvous, which happens in December, and we actually invite other campuses to participate.
Nice.
So thanks to you for starting that event. Probably from the core
It was
team.
not my, I mean, it was a collective effort,
Yeah,
obviously.
sure. So we've seen that you've taken a very big leap and change of career paths from core banking and finance and to into SAP consultant. And so how has that path been, and what would you suggest us if you want to pursue that path?
Sure. So two things. Firstly, I had a brief stint in banking experience. I would say I was a wealth manager. So handling 250 clients. So whatever was there in the job, it taught me how to handle clients, because you're working with 250 HNI clients, which are like having a relationship with the bank for maybe 25 lakhs or above. So there were some big shots in the industry, right? So that was one job which was paying you as well as giving you an opportunity to meet them, understand them. I've also met some IAS officers, ex-IAS officers also, wherein they could share an insight how their life had been. So it was a good learning curve for me. But then probably I wanted to do something in IT or but sticking to finance. So SAP was one thing which came up. So whatever I had learned as a client handling skills in wealth management were kind of used over here. Obviously, I did certification in SAP. So
Before we move on, just for the benefit of the larger, could you just shed some light on what SAP is and how people use it as software?
So SAP is a tool which is an ERP. Okay. So we have different ERPs. Maybe like Oracle is there, JD Edwards, Blackline, or any other. So ERP is nothing but a tool which integrates different processes in a business. Okay. So when I talk about business processes, it could be like a procurement, it could be manufacturing, it could be sales, distribution, it could be HR, which handles the payroll and everything. And obviously the core of it is finance, because everything requires money. So everything is integrated. So SAP is one of the tools, but ERP is something that integrates and makes things happen. So SAP is definitely used for reporting. So financial reporting would be external reporting or anything, and then it could be used for any internal reporting as well, where costing, budgeting also could come into play. So that's SAP all about.
So would it be fair for me to say that the curriculum with our institute helped you not only stick to a banking career but also to financial services and IT career?
So I made a point when I spoke with the folks, right? Accounting was something which is a core to SAP FICO.
Right.
I have learned. I am from an engineering background. I've never learned accounting. Okay. So accounting is what I learned from this college only. So that's something that is core to my day-to-day activities now. So whatever accounting I do or no, I configure systems in such a way that accounting happens automatically, systematically. Right. So that is something that college has taught me, right? So it's not something that I've learned somewhere and all, because I'm a pure engineering person.
Great. And thank you so much for being on campus. It was a great learning, and I hope all the juniors got a good insight on what you do and how you can shape your career.
It's an honor to be back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.